Plum season on the farm. These plums are what made me start liking plums 5 years ago. The first time I harvested them, I was just in awe of like how sweet something could be that I just literally picked off of the tree. And anytime I've ever tried a plum or a nectarine or a peach from the store, it just felt like hard and fibrous or mushy and grainy, and I just never got that sweet spot. But when you grow your own fruit, you can harvest it at the exact time that it's ready. And for Italian plums, that is right now in mid-August, or if it's not as hot as it was this year, maybe September. But you can see they're growing prolifically. Plum season is about 3 weeks long. So we started picking last week and didn't find very many because most of the ripe ones are at the top. Plums and all fruit need sunlight to ripen. And so when the first week of ripening, you want to like pick in the sunny spots. The second week, at this point, we're picking almost everything. And then next week, we'll end up picking more from the shady spots or lower on the tree that gets less sun. But let's pick some plums. So usually I would have like a belly bag or a side saddle bag in order to make sure that I could pick them all without having to go up and down. But I forgot that today, so I'll just pick a few. Looking at this branch here, I can see a couple of signs that let me know these plums are ready. One is the color. Almost all of them are at this like beautiful deep violet stage. If I rub off the like yeasty coating, you can see this one that's a little bit lower than this one. It is a little bit more like magenta-y than this like nice dark fuchsia color. So this one's gonna be riper than this one. But for the most part, they're all ripe enough now. Then I would choose which one I ate by which ones have like a little bit more give in it. These ones are both a little bit harder. So I might wanna wait to let the sugars develop even at like either on the tree or at this point in my walk-in cooler. I can keep these in the cooler for up to 2 weeks. So because our season is only 3 weeks long and we can keep them up to 2 weeks, then we get about 5 to 6 weeks of plums. So to pick a plum, I got on my ladder. This is an orchard ladder. It's a tripod ladder. And then I'll find one that I'm interested in picking. Try not to drop them all. Put these in my pocket. And you can pick them with the stems on or off, but I like to pick a bunch at one time. And then if I have the stems on, they have a higher chance of damaging one another. So I will put my thumb on the base of the stem and lift up. And I got the stem on that one, so I could pop it off if I wanted to, or I could leave it on. Let's try another one. If I put my finger on the base of the stem and pop it off, then I've got a nice plum without a stem there. And at some point, I just start doing it with both hands and putting my thumb on the stem and pulling back on the fruit. Woo! Italian plums.